KRS-One, he sits down and he talks about how the whole Stop the Violence movement began. It's funny how the record company wanted to do one thing, but KRS-One convinced them to do it another way. Check it out.
Tell me, how did this movement start, with the Stop the Violence and the direction that you're going in right now?
Exactly how it's properly done. Lights, camera, action.
Well, basically, a couple of years ago, we were doing a show at a club called Latin Quarters in New York, around 48th Street in Manhattan, and it broke out into a riot, which seemed to have happened at that time every single week we performed, or some other group performed. It always broke out in some sort of club violence. So what happened was, on my next album, By All Means Necessary, I wrote a record called Stop the Violence, which was directed towards national violence and club violence. Right. What happened is it went over well, and my record company, Jive, RCA, they decided to do a part 2 to Stop the Violence, because since we've created the Stop the Violence movement, they wanted to create a Stop the Violence posse of people. So what happened was they were going to take my original track of Stop the Violence and have a whole host of other rappers rap over it. Right. So I then said, well, if we're going to have all these rappers involved in the creation of a new project, we might as well get a little more creative with it. Mm-hmm. So we went in, we did a brand new beat, and I let everyone be responsible for their own music. Okay. I'm sorry, not their own music, their own lyrics. And it worked out pretty good. Mm-hmm. And that's how the Self-Destruction project came along, which is just part 2 of the Stop the Violence thing.